are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So it looks like Cardi B fans are saying that Cardi B is overshadowing Doja Cat's rollout and saying that Cardi B basically is sabotaging Doja Cat. A fan said, yo, Cardi really overshadowing her rollout. Like, I can't even be the only one noticing this, okay? And then also fans are saying that Doja Cat only moves when Cardi B is moving. As we know, Doja Cat's releasing her album September 26th, a week after Cardi B's. But not only that, she has recently teased another single, Gorgeous, which she has teased a visual for. And a lot of fans are saying that she is trying to come for Cardi B by teasing another single after she just released Jealous Type. A fan said, these rap bitches do not move until Cardi does. We see you, okay? So it looks like Cardi B fans are subliminally beefing with Doja Cat and Doja Cat fans. And here's my thing. Isn't Doja Cat doing a pop album? Why are y'all caring about her putting out music? Like, let's be very clear. Cardi B already getting sabotaged because Doug is dropping. So it really don't matter. I still think that Cardi can still go number one, though. I still think that she can go number one. And she probably going to do at least, I'd be shocked if she don't do at least 80K in per sales. She's doing at least 80 to 90,000 in per sales. Okay, that's the least. And I said that from the very beginning. I just don't think Titanic Records is going to allow this to flop. And I think the reason why Cardi B fans are very insecure about Doja Cat dropping music is because her last two singles, Cardi B's, did not do so well. So I think they're kind of panicking, like, you know, Thug is dropping, Doja Cat's dropping. I really think Cardi B is getting overshadowed. Like, we're not even talking about her latest singles no more. People are talking about the skits that she's doing on Instagram, you know, her trying to sell this album, but nobody's talking about the latest two singles you dropped. You dropped one in June and one literally last month, and nobody's talking about it yet. People think that Cardi B's that girl when we're talking about female rappers. Like, that just doesn't add up to me. And if she didn't have 17,000 vinyls to sell, okay, on her website, she wouldn't even be selling anything because the hype isn't really there, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat uses the Queen Bee formula. She announced that she will be doing the Club V in different cities overseas, okay? She's going to Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin, Dublin, Lisbon. Now, maybe she was inspired, but didn't Queen Bee do Club Renaissance in 2022? Didn't she do that? So Doja Cat, in my opinion, no shade, is copying the Queen. Let's just be honest. She copying the Queen. You was not doing no club, nothing for Planet Her. You're only doing anything now is because Renaissance in 2022 was very successful. Now, it looks like Cardi B is basically paying homage to Nicki Minaj. She released another vinyl cover, and it's similar to what Nicki Minaj did like 10 plus years ago. She got the similar hairstyle, you know, a similar outfit. Definitely, she was watching Nicki Minaj, or I guess getting inspiration from Nicki Minaj. You know, the Cardi B fans are saying that Cardi B did it way better. I don't know about that. I feel like I think Cardi B's trying to bait Nicki Minaj. I really don't even feel like she paying homage like that. I think she's trying to bait Nicki into saying something or going off on her so she can sell. That's what it's given. Just like how she tried to insert herself and Nicki Minaj went off on, I think it was SZA or Doechii. She went off on somebody. And of course, Cardi B tried to insert herself and she was like, go to the park, go shopping, get on social media. She was just trying to get a rise out of Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj paid her dust. That's what I feel like she be trying to do. And the thing is with Cardi B, I think she knows without Nicki Minaj giving her attention, she's only going to go so far. That's why her last 2 singles flopped. If Nicki Minaj had given Imaginary Faces the time of day, it would have went #1. Okay? So she is actively looking how to get underneath Nicki Minaj's skin. But Nicki's on hiatus, paying her dust. Now, despite Ice Spice and Scratch Off flopping on the charts, basically, because nobody's talking about their new collaboration, they do have another collaboration in the stash that could be on Ice Spice album. Okay? Now, Ice Spice is working on another project after Y2K flopped. And so, let me know if you guys would be here for another collaboration. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I feel like Ice Spice and Scratch Off ain't the dynamic duo. Okay? They didn't do like a culture reset. They didn't even do what WAP did. You know what I'm saying? Which I wasn't expecting them to, because WAP went #1, and I think it's Diamond. I wasn't expecting that from them, but I just feel like I was expecting the song to at least garnish some attention, but it just kind of came and went. And I think people really didn't care about the beef, like I said before, like they thought people did. You know what I'm saying? The only female rap collaboration that is really setting the culture off is like a Cardi B and Nicki Minaj collaboration. That's the only one. Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj. Everybody else is like, it's irrelevant. Like, I just don't understand why you girls are even trying anymore. Like, stop. And like I said before, they would have never worked together if they were both flopping. Okay? Let's not forget, both of their last albums flopped. They ain't had no hot single out. Nobody record by Scratch Off. That's a flop. Only went to number 97 on the Hot 100. That's not a hit record. So that's my only thing about them. I just feel like it wasn't genuine. And I think people can tell. I think people can tell that this collaboration is not genuine. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee and Camel Face will face off this weekend at the 2025 Primetime Emmys. Camel Face has received a nomination due to the Super Bowl, which, the Super Bowl had as a partnership through Rock Nation. They said Camel Face played a key role in picking the performer and producing the Super Bowl halftime show, so he received a nomination for that. Kendrick already won an Emmy for the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, I just don't feel like Camel Face deserves an Emmy just for picking the person for the Super Bowl. Like, no, you didn't put the work in like that. You don't deserve no nomination. Now, Queen Bee, who has also already won an Emmy, also was nominated for multiple categories. One for the same category as Camel Face for Outstanding Variety Special for her NFL Christmas Day performance, okay? Which was on Netflix. Now, this year she has received a total of 5 nominations, and she already won for one category. So now, they giving out the Emmys this Sunday for the remainder categories. In my opinion, I feel like Queen Bee deserves to win, or Kendrick Lamar deserves to win another Emmy. I don't think that Camel Face deserves to win anything, but that's just my opinion on it. Not only that, a page for the Cowboy Carter Tour has popped up on Queen Bee's IMDb profile as one of her projects. So a lot of people are speculating that Queen Bee will be doing a film or documentary for the Cowboy Carter World Tour, and she will announce it at this year's Emmys, when she goes with Camel Toe. We don't need another film. Didn't she do one for Renaissance? I mean, girl, you doing all these documentaries and films. Why don't you ever put out music videos? I would rather see music videos than this. Like, she doing anything but the music video. Anything else but that. Like, come on now, stop. I don't want another documentary. Put out the music videos for Act 3 and call it the day. Please. Now, it also has been reported that Sabrina Carpenter and Karol G are confirmed to headline the 2026 Coachella, with Justin Bieber rumored as the third headliner. Absolutely, positively no. Where is Kung Fu Kenny? Wasn't he supposed to headline? Who the fuck asked for Justin flopping ass Bieber? Like, that man be strung out. I can see him going off on a fan. He is not the performing type. He can't dance no more. He gonna be drugged out on stage looking like a crackhead, singing one or two notes. Absolutely, positively not. I do not want Justin Bieber headlining nothing. This is ridiculous. They probably could not afford Kendrick Lamar because he just came off a stadium tour. So Kendrick probably want like at least, 15 million, $20 million to headline. Justin, like, he don't cost that much. And to be quite honest, he's just flopping right now. So they just need anybody. But I just feel like, no, we don't want Justin headlining. Didn't he cancel his last tour? He's lazy. He's a lazy performer. He's a lazy artist. That's why Swag flopped. I mean, come on now. Like, no. Now, moving on to Riri. Is Riri trying to clock Queen B's documentary? Okay, because footage was leaked. Well, I wouldn't say leaked. I think it was intentionally put out by Rihanna's team. Pictures, behind the scenes footage of her in meetings, the Super Bowl, her hanging out with Doja Cat and Camel Toe backstage at the Super Bowl. A bunch of footage has leaked on social media, and they're saying it's because of Rihanna's 20-year anniversary in the game. And remember, she just released the Music in the Sun vinyls for her 20th anniversary. But also because Rihanna was gearing up to put out a documentary. Okay? But it never officially came out. Now, she's been working on this documentary since 2019. Okay? And we in 2025. Now, if you want to know what really happened to her documentary and how certain footages got scrapped, okay, because she was finna throw one of the most powerful couples in the industry under the bus, that tea is on Patreon. But my whole thing with Rihanna's documentary, girl, you might as well put it out now. Obviously you can't put out the part that, Devil Nation scrapped. We're not going to get into that. But you can put out the other full footages and parts of you, like, making music. There's footage of her making Anti. There's footage of her doing behind-the-scenes photo shoots. You can put that out. My whole thing is you're retired anyway. So I don't even understand why you would just randomly put this footage out. Just put out the whole thing because you're retired. Only the Navy is still holding out for Rihanna music. Anybody with common sense knows that Rihanna's never going to put out music like that. She might put out a single here and there, but she's not going to put out an album like that. It's going to be scraps and AI. Okay, it's not going to be really Rihanna's voice. So I just think at this point, she might as well just put the documentary on YouTube and call it the day. She's fully retired and she's on her third baby. Like, why are you having footages leak of you going to the doctor's office when you had RZA? You're on your fourth baby. Okay, so you might as well just put that on YouTube or Instagram or whatever and call it the day because you're retired. So it just doesn't make sense to leak parts of the documentary. Just leak the whole thing. Obviously, you can't leak certain parts where you was talking junk about the most powerful couple in the industry, but you could put out the other footages. Okay, now Queen B is gearing up to put out a film for Cowboy Carter. So I wonder if she did that to try to sabotage Queen B. That is the question of the day. Now, oh my goodness. What is going on? Is Cardi B getting sabotaged again? So I thought Thug didn't have no merch or vinyls, but apparently he does. And they've been out since April. Are you kidding me? He had merch since April? And some of the bars, not all of them, but some of the bars are buying it to try to outsell Cardi B because they're both dropping on the 19th. Okay? So let me know, who do you guys think is going to go number one? I don't know. I feel like Thug Maybe if those leaked jail calls did not happen, then, I can see him easily going number one. But I just don't know if people will support him the same. I don't know if that's going to happen. And the reason why I feel as though that it's not the same is because I just feel like the general public don't view Thug as the same. Like, nobody's even talking about that song he just released. That 7-minute apology song, which was trash. Nobody's even talking about that, and you just dropped it yesterday and nobody's talking about it. That's not good. I feel like Thug don't really got it no more. I think Gunna is a better musician than him, and I feel as though the only thing that's stopping Gunna from completely surpassing Thug is the fact that Thug has more allies on his side. And even though it looks like 21 Below Average and Champagne Thickums forgave Thug, they liked his apology post on Instagram. I just don't think that they will ever view him the same though. I don't think 21, Lil Baby, Gucci, Gorilla, nobody is going to view Thug the same way. He's always going to be viewed as a snake. They might be cordial with him. They might still work with him. But I just don't think people are going to view him the same. And to be quite honest, I just don't think that he can make hits like that no more. I think he's washed. Now, No Spice will be receiving 50,000 lashings. She did a interview, lied, and said that she is a lyricist, even though previously in 2023, in a Complex interview, she said she wasn't. Now, she said, like, people were trying to say that I'm not a lyricist. I think she was trying to clock Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for, some people saying that she can't really rap, okay? And Cardi B said that, I believe in the spaces, that there are rappers that are terrible and good rappers in female rap. And she said, and I just kind of went in with the attitude of like, yeah, they're right. I'm not. But that's just not true, she says. I didn't really feel like I had to prove that, but I figure I let you know that I definitely knew I was a lyricist the whole time. I just let them say what they want and be happy with that. No, bitch, you not no damn lyricist. Stop. Ice, stop. You have not put out a bar that was lyrical. Rhyming dookie with pookie and shit with it and bit is not lyricism. Okay? Them ABC bars are not being dissected. Stop it. Okay? I don't know who gassed your head up recently, but bitch, saying you think you the shit but you not even a fart, that's a bar. But it's nothing really to dissect with that. I mean, we know what that means. It's like, to be a lyricist, people are dissecting your bars like they do with Kendrick, like they do with Nicki and M and Jay. They not doing that with you, and they never will. So you need to pipe down before you get wiped down. Okay? I don't know who gassed up your head recently, but you're very much delusional. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on what's really going on with Sydney Sweetie and Scooter Braun. And what really happened to Tamar Braxton, link in description. I hope you guys have a great day.